Hi, everybody. Welcome to Life Stories. I'm so glad that you're here. I think when I first started this, I remember talking about the weather every time. I don't know why I did that, but there's something about having a rainy, gross day that you feel like you need to talk about it. I don't know why. It's been yucky here in Texas. It's just been yucky. So yeah, it's yucky right now. I don't know why I'm telling you, but it is. So today I'm going to go ahead and start with the word of the week.
It's the word of the week.
The word of the week this week is thankful. There are so many things that I am thankful for today, and I try to start my day being thankful. I hope that you will too, because when we are thankful for what we have, it really gets our mind off of the things that we don't have. It gets our mind off of our circumstances and our frustrations, even for a little while. Being thankful is so important. And so I'm going to narrow it down to a few different areas that I'm thankful for. One of the things I'm thankful for, I did a podcast about this and then I deleted it. We had a almost 16-year-old dog who passed away a couple weeks ago. His health was declining. The last 2 years since we got Penny, our golden retriever, his health had kind of started going down. Like he finally started acting old. He would have been 16 in June. He was old. He was a wonderful dog. He was a boxer lab mix. And I always said he had the best qualities of both breeds. Like, when labs are little, they like to chew. They like to dig things up and chew. He never did that. He was so easy to housebreak. We tried to crate train him. We got him when he was 12 weeks old and we tried to crate train him, but I couldn't handle the crying. I'm a sucker. I couldn't do it. So I remember the third night, we had a bed for him and I put it next to my bed on the floor. And that's where he has slept his entire life, is on the bed next to my side of the bed. We put him on that bed and we closed all the doors to our bedroom and he was fine. He never had an accident. He just was the easiest dog to housebreak. And so he was easy in everything. He was intimidating to people because he was solid black. And he had this very deep, loud bark. And so he was intimidating. And I didn't want people that we knew, I didn't want them to be afraid of him. But I liked that he was intimidating because it did deter people that would come to our house. And I liked that part of it. He was a great companion. He was never really a lovey-dovey dog, except when he was a puppy. He's not the kind of dog that just wanted to climb in your lap like Penny. We call Penny our love monster because she would lay in your lap and let you rub her belly all day if you chose to. He wasn't ever like that, but he did want to be close to us. And as he got older, in the last couple of years, I think, he wanted to be by my side all the time. And it kind of drove me crazy. I love him, but it kind of drove me crazy. And so I'm not thankful that he died. He died on the 4th. It's a long story, and I'm probably not going to get into all of it, but he went missing for 3 days. And we were sad that he passed away. We knew he probably left to go find a place to spend his last moments because that's what dogs do sometimes. And we live on acreage, lots of acreage. And we couldn't find him anywhere for 3 days. And that was the hardest part. It wasn't that he passed away because we knew he was going to, but not knowing where he was. And I've said this multiple times to people that I've talked to around here. It was like a mom thing for me, like thinking my child was out there suffering and hurting and alone and, or maybe somebody was hurting them or what's going on. I know it's not the same thing as a child. I'm not comparing my dog to a person, I promise. But that nurturer in me was having a really hard time with the fact that I didn't know where he was. And so when we found him, I cried while he was gone and I was heartbroken and it was weird. And we were looking for him every time we went outside, we looked. And it wasn't until my husband found him that I just lost it. In fact, on Sunday, he left on a Thursday, and on Sunday, my husband found him. And right before Aaron found him, in fact, I had done a podcast that morning. I was editing it when Aaron came in and told me that he found him. And that's when I lost it. And I just deleted the podcast because I just couldn't do it. I couldn't post it, and then I couldn't talk about what had happened, and it was really sad. But I am thankful, not that he passed away, I'm thankful that we found him because that was an answer to prayer. We wanted to bury him in the backyard when he was gone, which we knew was going to happen. We know that's what happens to our pets, and it's sad and it's awful. And it was really hard, but we were expecting it sort of. I'm thankful that Aaron found him so that we could bury him. Another thing I'm thankful for is that my husband loves to landscape. Y'all, if he didn't like to plant flowers, our house would look so boring because I could care less about planting. I love to look at them. I love to smell the flowers. I love that he cuts fresh roses for me every week and puts them in my vases in the kitchen and the dining room. I love that. But if it was up to me to plant, we would not have anything that we have right now. And it's beautiful right now. Spring is his favorite season because everything's growing and blooming and it's just beautiful. And because he loves to do that, where we bury Duke, he planted this beautiful rose garden. He has 4 rose bushes out there and some little flowers. I forgot what they're even called. I think they're vincas. I think that's what they're called. And then he planted a chase tree out there, and it's surrounded by stones, and we put a bird bath out there that we were given as a gift, and he found this huge rock. I mean, it's really big on the back of the property. And he put that in there. And he told me he wanted to plant a rose garden for him, but I figured it would be like a couple of rose bushes. I don't know why I thought that's all he was going to do, because I know what he can do. So it's beautiful. And every time we look outside, we can see that rose garden. And, every time I take Penny out to the back, or when we're out there with her, we get to go see that rose garden. I mean, that rock is so big, you can go sit on it. It's almost like a bench. And it's beautiful. And especially as the flowers are starting to grow, it's beautiful. And so I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for that today. I'm also thankful for the people in my life. We've lived in a lot of different towns, and my 50th birthday is coming up. And so Aaron was asking me if I wanted to have a party. And I said, I would like to have a party, but I don't want to have to plan it. And he said, well, you don't have to plan it. You just have to tell me what you want and who you want there and what you want to do, which is kind of planning it. But the problem with me having a party with everybody I love is that everybody lives, I have groups of friends in all different cities all over Texas. And it's not feasible for everybody to come together when you live this far away, and people have families and lives. And anyway, I'm thankful for the people in my life, and I'm thankful for every season and every city that we've lived in, of the groups of people. We lived in West Texas for 5 years, so they'll be friends for the rest of my life. They are incredible people that we went to church with and that we did life with, and our kids grew up together, and I will always be thankful for those people. Even though I don't talk to them all the time, I'm still thankful for those relationships. I'm thankful for the relationships in our last church. We were there for 19 years. That's a long time. And we have friends in that church that we will have forever. People that I love and adore, and I'm thankful for. And our pastor's wife in both of those places that we lived will always be very, very important to me, because they mentored me and they loved me when I was not very lovable, and they helped me in times when I needed great help. And I will forever be thankful for those relationships. And then now in our new church, we've only been here a little over a year, but man, God has provided some incredible women for me to do life with. And, I've made a great friend she's so good for me. I love her because I told her, I was like, you're like a grown up. You're not flaky, and you don't walk in a fence, and you don't get offended at everything, and you don't get your feelings hurt, and you don't expect everything from everybody. And there's so many things I appreciate about her, but one of the things I most appreciate is that, number one, she trusts me, that we can call each other or text each other at a moment's notice and say, hey, I need help, I need wisdom, I need prayer, I need this. And immediately we're both able to be there for each other. And I am thankful for that. I'm so thankful for that. I'm thankful that she loves the Lord. And I know that when I ask her for help or I ask her for advice, she's not coming up with, something off the top of her head. She's going to pray for me, and she wants the best for me. She wants God's best for me, not her best for me. And I'm thankful for that. I need that. We need those kind of people in our lives. I'm thankful for the opportunities that I've been given with my podcast. And there are things that God's opening for me, doors God's been opening for me that I can't talk about yet, but I'm very excited. I'm working hard. I'm trying to do this thing right. I'm trying to do it well, not because I want all the numbers and all the downloads and all the listeners, but I want to be an encouragement. This is a way that God has given me to encourage other people, and I want to be that. I want to highlight people who are helping other people in the world, in our country. and abroad, because I did speak to somebody in Latvia. I wasn't planning on that, but that's something that was an opportunity that was given to me, and I was so excited. It's hard to listen to the news. In fact, we don't really listen to the news much. We've started listening to our local news just because of the weather and just for local things, but I don't like listening to the news. I can read about it, so I don't have to hear people talk about it, and then I can move on. I'm thankful for this podcast because I like encouraging people. I like giving you a positive story to listen to. I like telling you, hey, this person is in this state and this is what they're doing and look how they're helping others. That makes you feel good. And that's what I want. I want people to be encouraged, and I want them to feel good, and I want them to smile and think about something good and positive in their day. Not that I have all the answers, not that my podcast is the answer to everything, but I hope it is encouraging to people. I hope that you will look around your life today and just take a few minutes and be thankful. Just say what you're thankful for out loud. You know, I'm thankful for this home. I'm thankful that it protects us from the elements and it protects us from danger. I'm thankful for Penny. If we didn't have Penny after Duke died, it would have been even harder, and I'm thankful for her. I'm thankful for my family, and I'm thankful for my children and my grandchildren. One day a week, my grandkids get to be on their iPads and they get to call me and FaceTime me, and I look forward to it every week. It is the highlight of my week to get to see their little faces and hear their voices. And, you know, even if it's for 5 minutes, I don't care. I love getting to see their faces. I love that my older two children who don't live at home will respond to me when I text them, or they'll text me, or we can send each other reels on Instagram. I love that. I love that. I love sharing life with my kids that way. I hope that you'll look around and be thankful and realize all the many things that you have to be thankful for. I thank you for listening. I am definitely thankful for you. Have a great day.